welcome again to Ava with Seismic Yarns. This is a local dyer for us, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Ava.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Ava, and I am from, here, let me show my shirt a little bit more, Seismic Yarn and Dyeworks. I'm located in Daly City, California, just outside of San Francisco. But I always have to say that I'm a San Francisco native. And San Francisco has been a huge source of inspiration for me. I grew up in the Castro district, which was a really, just kind of vibrant and really interesting place to grow up as a kid. And I have this deep love of my hometown, and that has definitely been a major influence on my, on some of my yarns, and I definitely have my San Francisco collection. But I think I want to back up a little bit and just kind of tell you a little bit about kind of my origin. That I'm a math science person and social science person. The two classes I did worst in school, PE and art. So the fact that I'm a yarn dyer and that people buy my yarn and think it's good is truly amazing to me. And it's really not something that anyone who knew me, even 10 years ago would have ever guessed. So I'm excited to be here. And in this field, that was just completely unexpected. So what I like to say is that at Seismic Yarn, we make color to rock your world. And we like to do this on some exquisitely soft bases. My core line, I call butter. It's available in all the weights. There's like 3 different fingering versions, and maybe a sparkle version coming up this holiday season, maybe. But I like my soft bases. I know that there's a lot of people like that, they're woolly wools and they're non-superwashes. I like my soft superwash. I like my extra fine merino. So a lot of the yarn that's available for indie dyers, that's just called superwash, is usually around like a 22 micron count. And a micron is just the unit of measurement for the individual fiber shaft. Just kind of think of it, kind of like your hair. How fine is your hair? I like extra fine merino, which is at 19.5 microns, which means that it's a smaller diameter. The individual fibers are a smaller diameter, and it feels softer. Just kind of think about how soft baby hair is and how fine it is compared to, my, old lady hair. So, like I said, I like my soft bases. I love stuff with cashmere. I love stuff with sparkle. And what's something that's been really fun in creating my own brand is that I get to pick the yarns that I like. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm always looking, researching new bases and just kind of looking for something new and different. I like that I don't carry a lot of bases that most other indie dyers carry. That to me is fun. I think like a lot of indie dyers, I started off as a DIY person, especially those indie dyers that do not have that art background. I've always been a DIY person. I grew up very comfortable cooking in the kitchen, so that helped me be really comfortable experimenting, just kind of in the yarn world. And sorry, my dye-intern is here. Anyway, yeah, it made me comfortable experimenting, and so my answer to a lot of things is I can fix that. So when I was introduced to, kind of better and better yarn, that was maybe not always affordable because, hey, I'm on a budget like most people I know. My answer, if I saw some kind of unattractive yarn, but with a good base, was that I can fix that. And that's really how I got started. I got started playing and trying to fix less attractive colors but with good base yarn. And I actually wanted to share one of my absolute favorite overdye projects. So this is the sans serif sweater, and I'm not sure how well this is. Unfortunately, the picture that I'm seeing on my computer is a little bit grainy, but the color that you're seeing should be kind of like a purpley black.
Yes, it's a super rich black. So,
Yes.
I mean, not black, purple black, yes.
Yes, super rich purple black. Now, unfortunately, something I can't show you, over Zoom, but that you would see in person, is that when you kind of look at the halo on the fiber, there's a green cast to it, but a good, like, kind of deep forest green cast. This sweater was knit by my friend Leanne, and Leanne is expert level knitter. And she bought this yarn from a well-known dyer, a respected dyer. There's no problem with the yarn. It was lovely. It knit up to this gorgeous sweater. But she didn't care. In the skein, the color looked great. But once she got her finished object, she was not loving it. I mean, the sweater, it's crafted masterfully. But she didn't love how the color looked. So we overdyed this together. I had a bunch of swatches because she had some extra yarn, and we tried all, I was trying all sorts of different combinations. We found something that we liked, but I wanted to share this overdye project. So again, you see the really rich purpley black. If you're here, you would see the kind of the green cast, but I want to show you how this yarn started. Are you ready? Look at that. Wait, let me go. That is a hot magenta over a magenta-y black background. Would you have guessed? So I see Brooke shaking her head no. And, and this, and I wanted to share this project because this shows just kind of my love of dyeing, and what I love about it is how much you can transform something. That you can take, and like I said, this is good yarn. This is a good quality yarn, respected dyer. In the skeins, this this bright magenta color was great, but it unfortunately didn't work out, as a large project. My friend wanted Leanne wanted something less contrast, and she knows that I like my low contrast stuff. So she asked me to help her. And this is where we ended up, and I'm so proud of this sweater. And once we have live shows again, I'm looking forward to showing off this sweater as just an example of how much fun this overdying thing can be. And and these are some of this is what one of the projects that really encouraged me to continue on, and and make Seismic official.
I have to say that I love the fact that you kept some of it on the original project as like a reminder of how it started.
I asked her to do the pocket in the original yarn, just so that we can show the difference. Yeah, and it's even more striking in person. I really wish I could show you guys in person.
And Eva, I just wanted to say that you have lots of fans here saying hi to you in the chat, and and showing some love for your Zelda posters, and also just giving you a lot of kudos for the overdying, the transformation. But I do have one question just before you go on. Was it dyed after it was knit, or was it dyed before it was knit? So in the skein still. So
the yarn was purchased from, like I said, a known dyer. It was knit up, and we overdyed it as a garment, which is not easy, especially because it's a worsted weight sweater. It's an adult size worsted weight sweater. So yeah, it wasn't easy, but because I like to play and experiment so much, like I said, I have a math science background, and so I'm comfortable with experimenting and taking, lab notes, and kind of writing down a fair amount of detail about what I'm doing. I also research a lot before I jump into these things. So because I like to be able to put out a good quality product. Also, I know this sweater meant a lot to Leanne, so I wanted to do it justice. I didn't want to mess it up. Leanne's given me a couple other things. She's like, oh, I need, can you do this, for me? And anytime it's something that's new to me, I research it like crazy because I don't want to mess it up. She brought some cashmere from Italy that she hand carried back from the farm where it was made. And so I did a lot of research on dyeing non-superwash before, doing that particular dye job for her. But enough about Leanne.
Right? Not everybody gets the special treatment that Leanne gets, right?
No.
But we do get to buy your yarn, right? So we at least can indulge that way.
You can absolutely buy my yarn. And I guess kind of color wise, I mean, I have all this stuff around me. I'm also trying to watch time, but I mean, I think the next thing I want to show you, you know how I was saying that I like low contrast, and that, did I mention that I was afraid of color for a long time?
No, you didn't, but that's good. That's interesting to know.
I was afraid of color for a long time. So you know how my shirt's black? Well, my pants are black. I wear jeans, you know, navy blue in the summer, maybe. I don't wear a lot of color. And yeah, I've kind of been afraid of color for a long time. And something that I really enjoy doing is creating color for people that are also afraid of color. And so this is probably my most popular colorway, especially in person, is this one, and this is called Thunderstone, and this is knit up into the Ward Parkway hat. The designer is Erin Jensen. I believe it's twin needles. It's a free pattern. And as you can see, we have browns, we have grays, we have blacks, we have a touch of blue in there. And what's nice is that while it's variegated, there isn't a ton of contrast. So you can make a large project with it, and it still looks relatively, you know, homogeneous. It's not crazy. It doesn't have those giant streaks of color like you saw in the pocket of Leanne's sweater. And this is where my heart is. Now, I've been doing neons, lots of neons lately. These are my Pretty Princess minis. They do, my Pretty Princess is right here and actually cheering on. And those, like Chase at the Black Squirrel, we have this shared love of blacklight dyes. And so the girl that's afraid of color has been doing has been having a lot of fun with neons and neon speckles. But my heart is in things like Thunderstone. Oh God, this is soft. This is my Lux fingering. This is so soft. Do love it for a reason.
Those colors are so great because they're interesting neutrals and they're super wearable, and they can also really you can use them as a great background to show off and showcase some of the brighter colors too. So they can either be just a great all-around color or kind of work as a cheerleader for the brighter colors.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that we have about 2 to 3 more minutes. And if anybody has any questions, please go ahead and put it in chat. I actually do have a question for you, whether or not you have a personal favorite base, and also just to reiterate how we find your yarn.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's start with how to find my yarn. Seismicyarn.com. It's all easy. There. I have, I definitely have my ready to ship section, but the thing that I really like doing is I have a dye to order section. You can get any color on any base. You can kind of pick the base and color combo and quantity that you want, and you don't have to worry about being cart jacked. Everything is about balance, and so I want to have a balance of some things that are ready to ship, but I want you to be able to get exactly what you want. So I really recommend using my dye to order listings because I can only keep so much in stock. I live just outside of San Francisco. The house is small, the space is small. We don't have that much storage. So dye to order is your friend.
And then what's your personal favorite base?
Favorite base, ooh. See, I love the butter base as my workhorse base. It is a great, great workhorse base. But really my favorite, we have to grab the Color Study Shawl designed by Carolee Harding. This is in Sparkle Luxe. It has, it has 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% stellina. It is soft. It is drapey. It is, perfect for around your neck. And it is the favorite of my dye interns, who I actually want to introduce to you real quick, kind of in my last minute. Hello. This is my son, Riker, also known as the elder dye intern. Come here. And then this is my daughter, Jedzia. also known as the younger dye intern.
And also, I'm wearing a speckled dress.
Yes, you're wearing
You
a speckled
are?
dress. Yes, for today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So these are the dye interns, and they play a huge role in Seismic Yarn, whether it's helping me prep, helping me do inventory like this morning, and inspiring me. Jadzia has her own pretty princess collection, so that's where you're going to find all your neon colors. We just started the the hashtag Riker was here collection, which is Riker's personal hashtag that he came up with.
That's awesome.
But these kids have ideas. They have things they want to do, and they like to help me dye too. This is a family business, and that's probably the final thing that I wanted to share with you all, of that, when my little Shopify app makes a little ka-ching sound and that you bought something, do you want to show them your happy dance?
I'm not ready.
Okay, she's not ready for her happy dance, but these kids celebrate each and every sale, and for that we thank you. We thank everyone who's been supporting us.
Well, and these are the people. Thank all three of you for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. It's amazing to be able to see you and talk to you and, do this virtual Lambtown together. I really appreciate you all joining us. It's huge. And you guys are getting so much love in the chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not wearing my dye intern shirt because I don't know where it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What happened to it?
We'll find her dye intern shirt, and I can always print you more.
Okay.
I always print you more, but yeah, they are the dye interns.
Oh, that's awesome. Just in case you don't know who they are. Mm-hmm.
Well, they needed, their official shirts. My husband has a Yarn Husband shirt.
Oh, that's awesome.
And which will be available on the website soon, by the way.
And also,
so everybody can be a yarn husband?
Sure.
And also, everybody in my family that has Seismic Yarn shirts has black, except for me. I have pink.
Awesome. That seems really on brand.
Scared mommy away. Okay, you guys, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for joining us. So I'm going to say goodbye and thank you again. And it was amazing to talk to all of you. And we're going to move on. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.